She held out a crumpled hand, her voice trembling. "Do you have any expired cake?" No one paused, no one noticed. Everyone, that is, except him. Lila sat on the cold sidewalk, a paper cup in front of her. Her clothes were threadbare, her hair tangled, but her eyes carried a spark no hardship could extinguish. Across the street, Marcus Caldwell, the billionaire tech mogul, was stepping out of his black sedan, briefcase in hand, his sunglasses reflecting the neon signs of the city. He didn't usually notice the world on the ground. Today, he did. Her words pierced him. "Do you have any expired cake?" A simple request, a quiet plea, but something in her tone anchored him. He walked over. She flinched, expecting anger, dismissal, or pity. Instead, he smiled gently and knelt to meet her gaze. "Expired?" he asked softly, glancing around. She nodded. "Anything that can't be sold? Her voice caught. "I just don't want to be hungry tonight." He reached into his coat and pulled out a small box of pastries, still warm. She blinked, hesitated, took one. And then she laughed. A sound so bright it made him forget the suits, the board meetings, the endless phone calls. "Thank you," she whispered. He realized something startling. This wasn't just charity. It was a moment that changed him. For the first time in years, Marcus felt human. Over the next few weeks, he found himself returning, sometimes with sandwiches, sometimes with coffee. Each visit was brief. Lila never asked for more than she needed, never pretended to be someone else. Marcus began noticing her sketches on the backs of napkins, her poems scribbled on cardboard. She had stories, dreams, a resilience that he had long forgotten existed in people, let alone in himself. One rainy evening, he offered her a ride to a shelter. She hesitated. "I can manage," she said, voice firm, but something in her eyes betrayed weariness. "Let me," he insisted. "You shouldn't have to do this alone." As they drove through the wet streets, Marcus felt a stirring of empathy that no boardroom deal had ever given him. It wasn't about the food anymore. It was about dignity, trust, and recognition. He began quietly using his resources, discreetly, without fanfare, to help her. First, a job opportunity, then a small apartment. All she had to do was agree to live, to exist beyond the sidewalk that had been her world for too long. Lila resisted at first. Pride, skepticism, fear. But Marcus's sincerity was relentless, gentle, unwavering. One night she asked, "Why are you doing all this?" He looked at her, a rare vulnerability in his eyes. "Because someone once gave me a second chance. I know what it can do." Months passed. Lila thrived in her new environment, learning new skills, finishing her sketches into a portfolio. Marcus, in turn, changed. Meetings seemed smaller. Money seemed less urgent. Empathy became currency he valued most. At a charity gala, Marcus introduced Lila not as the girl I helped, but as the artist who reminds me what truly matters. The crowd applauded, but neither of them cared. The real triumph was quiet. A life rescued, a perspective shifted, a soul awakened. Sometimes the smallest request can rewrite lives. Sometimes a simple act of kindness can return to teach us more than we ever imagined. If you've ever witnessed someone transform a life through compassion, hit like and subscribe to her silent strength for more stories of courage and human connection. One small gesture can change a lifetime. Kindness sees what the world ignores.